Well, as promised, I am fresh back from the theater to see the film Renfield. And let me say, it was a movie. Here we go. Now let me start off here because I'm not going to go into any kind of spoiler, but this film is not a horror movie. It's more of a comedy, and it is, in that vein, somewhat funny. Some of the jokes do land, and they land well. There is a lot of over-the-top gore, which is definitely in line with it being a comedy film, less of a horror. And it's kind of fun. There's a lot of comedic events that take place. Awkwafina is even less annoying than normal. And Nick Cage is actually a pretty good Dracula. And for as much as he gets mocked for overacting like Nicolas Cage at every step, he actually plays a slightly different character than himself, which is enjoyable. And here's one thing that surprised me. Nicholas Hoult does a great job in this film. This is not the kind of film that I would normally spend $10 to $15 on to go see, but because I was asked, I went to see it. And here's what the film is about without giving away any spoilers. Dracula, obviously, is still alive. Nicholas Hoult's character, Renfield, is his familiar. And of course, you already know that from all of the trailers that came out for this film. You also know that Awkwafina is a police officer that's caught in the middle. One of the other elements that isn't really well presented in the trailer, but is well represented in the film, of course, is the gang, and the gang, war that's going on inside the city they all live in. And when I say a war, I mean it's not an actual war that you see on the screen, it's just to talk about the different families. And of course, this particular gang family somehow finds its way into the middle of just about everything here because, Awkwafina's father was a police officer that was slain by this gang. And that's it. From there, everything that happens, all of the events, is about dealing with, confronting a narcissist, somebody who is making your life miserable, and taking back your power. I will say that I am quite surprised, because Awkwafina, who I normally find annoying, was very, very amusing in the film. Although, it did have me questioning if she could pull off all of the things that she was doing in the film. And you see it, you'll understand what I'm saying, because there's quite a bit of action. And somehow, she's in the middle of it. If you like the film John Wick, you might really enjoy this film. But for no other reason than there's just a stack of bodies here and there everywhere, all the time. And what's funny is it's usually Renfield stacking the most bodies, although Nicolas Cage adds to that total as well. There is a family element to the story, and of course, the cops are very corrupt, so that's going to be entertaining as well. And since this is going to be a rather short review, let me recap this way. It's a movie, it's entertaining, it's not really a horror film other than, there's some gore in it, and Dracula does what Dracula does, and then Renfield does some other really neat things as well. And Awkwafina tries to make you laugh. And interesting enough, that accent she gets so much ridicule for, that's absent from this film. Now, let's wrap it up with the rating. I usually use a 5-star system. This film is going to get 3 stars. Not because of any other reason than it was just entertaining, at best. It's not something that I would go and see again. I may change my opinion in the next couple of days and knock it down a 0.5 star, but 3 out of 5 stars is what I would say. That's probably a pretty fair rating, right around a 6. 60%. It gets a D in school, but it didn't completely waste your time. It's probably fair to say that you could wait for this for streaming and you would be quite satisfied. That'd basically justify the cost of your streaming service that month. So if you have 90 minutes worth of time and you're not doing anything better, then the film Renfield is for you. If you just like going to the movies, again, this is your jam. But if you're somebody that's careful with your money and you don't want to go to the theater and spend extra money, wait for streaming. And on that note, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
Today, be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.